Hey everybody, Thyworm here. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. Normally I'm writing a script for all of my videos, and today I thought let's just react to some news, because this is some news for Superfuse. It's an ARPG. It released 31st of January 2023. I played the game myself, I did a review. I was not too happy with the game because I think it is simply too expensive for what you're getting. It is 25 euros here in the Netherlands. There's just not that much content, there's not much to do, and I think early access games should be priced appropriately. And thus I voted negatively on this game. I am not the only one that voted negatively though. 51% is positive, which is not a whole lot, so it's mixed. And the last couple of reviews, only a few, one or two, out of the 16 user reviews is positive. So 12%. That is not great. And to top it all off, these guys haven't really reported back in since March 1st, 2023. Until today, that is. Because right now they have posted an hour ago or something a new update talking about what they will be doing next. So my plan is to just read the update, go over it and see what they have to say. Hello enforcers, we know it's been a while, yeah, March indeed, and we wanted to start thanking you for your patience, of course. They released, they got a bunch of feedback, and of course they're going to incorporate that feedback, at least you would hope so. And they said basically that the reason that they didn't communicate for months is because they wanted to present a plan that actually was good and executable, that they could deliver on. Well, fine. Due to unexpected challenges, this turned out to be more complex than anticipated. Without going into what these challenges then were, or any background into this post, which is a little strange. I think this is just a blanket statement then. What are these unexpected challenges? I mean, it's not super transparent, but hey, I guess we should focus on what matters, which is what is coming next for Superfuse. Despite this, which once again refers to nothing, we were able to implement many of the changes we wanted and are proud to announce a significant update to the game coming this autumn. This update includes everything from new areas and new heroes to improvements and tweaks to a variety of systems. We are therefore excited to share a more extensive overview of our plans for the update below. So let's go into this actual update, which doesn't have a release date just yet. The new heroes, that could be interesting if you're up for that. New chapters, Earth and Ceres. New bosses, new enemies, new levels, new towns, new quests. In general, just content. And for most early access games, I think content is one of the things that you would expect out of future updates, so no real surprises here. But in all honesty, content is only one of the things that currently this game is lacking. I think in other aspects there are things that are much more important that should be fixed. So let's see if they are going to address that as well. Item modification and player hideouts. I'm not sure what they mean with this exactly. It could be cosmetics. It could be modding your gear, as in, putting mods on it that actually have stats or something like that. It could be either of the two. It's not entirely clear. And player hideouts, yeah, I guess it's a cool feature, but it's not what's gonna break or make your game. Then game improvements, increased level cap, that's whatever really. Combat and targeting improvements, that's a pretty big one, especially the melee classes felt super sluggish and kind of bad to play. So hopefully combat after this update is gonna feel a lot better, that will definitely help the game. Obstacle avoidance, not something that I personally struggled with. I'm not entirely sure what this is either. Avoiding obstacles, like what sort of obstacles? Not entirely sure, but hey, who knows. Increased Eros content variation. It's like, yeah, okay. Improved fuse progression and fuse rerolling. To me this is a big one, because the fuses are basically your the way that you tweak your character. With the fuses you can create a character, put all sorts of fuses on it, a bit like support gems in Path of Exile, and these fuses are what makes your build. So a better progression and better rerolling of those fuses can help out quite a bit, I feel. Item stats, waypoints, all fine. Booster, charge, changes. I think booster changes, these are your flasks or your potions. One of the things that happened here is that you are picking up all of these different boosters a little bit like you used to do in Diablo 2. back in the day, right? You pick up every single potion and you put them on the bar, and that's how these things worked. In Superfuse, they have the exact same thing. for some reason. I really don't know why they thought this was a good idea. So I would imagine them to get rid of that system and just implement something that, you know, Path of Exile has or something. Instant loot drops, kind of an interesting one. I'm once again not entirely sure what instant loot drops would be. Instead of like that they're generated, like are these fixed loot drops, or how should I read this? They could have done with a bit more explanation of what these things actually are. Some are sort of self-explanatory, like an increased level cap, but obstacle avoidance, instant loot drops. I mean, maybe I'm just lacking some general game knowledge that I should have, or maybe I should start wikiing all of this. But to me, this doesn't really mean too much. But hey, if you know what this is, just post it in the comments, I guess. And finally, quality of life improvements, additional game modes, and additional customization options, and more. All of this in a single update, that is quite a massive update, let's be honest. Like, if they put all of this in a single patch, you would expect to have the game be much better at that point. I will definitely be playing it, I'll definitely be checking it out. I think overall this is a step in the right direction. What I'm missing a little bit in all of this is the progression of your character. I think that was one of my main points of critique when I played the game. It's simply not satisfying playing this game because the progression of your characters, the skills that you unlock, the passives that you unlock, you have sort of this DNA strand which you have to progress towards. It takes ages to unlock all of these. A lot of your level ups are meaningless because you have to invest points in stats that don't really matter for your build. There were a lot of things missing as well, and I'm not reading anything in that regard, which is a little bit concerning, to be honest, unless I'm completely missing something here that actually refers to your skill upgrades. But I don't see it personally, right? It's not in the list. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this type of content as well, who knows. Thanks for watching and making it to the end. See you soon. Love you all. Bye.